You know, I first started even considering doing YouTube or anything like that. Maybe even a little bit before I started considering doing it myself. It's been a real learning experience because I got into watching reaction videos. Now, if you'd pitched that notion to me years ago, I would have told you that is the dumbest thing. The absolute dumbest thing. Why are you going to watch somebody watching something? Now, in a manner of speaking, I'd already look like a dummy because I watched Mystery Science Theater and stuff like that. But, in a way, a lot of what we do in life, and we don't necessarily know why, we're trying to answer something that we're missing in life. And it's kind of funny, with all these different ways of communicating, we're communicating less. We're certainly getting colder with each other. And what's happening, like with the reaction videos, is you're just wanting to share it with somebody. It's probably, I bet you a lot of times, let's say this person's reacting to such and such, it's probably a song you know. Most of the time, if you're watching that, it's a song you already know that they don't know. And it's because you're kind of, the way I used to do, and for some reason I seem to put women off doing this, is I just load them down with music. I mean, just load them down. And then they stop talking to me. But, that's the idea. I like sharing that sort of thing. And that's just kind of what it is. What we actually need to sort of market with each other. Why does somebody make money doing something like that? Why is that their career? Why is that what they do? We've been kind of misled about sort of some of the purposes of our lives. I think that we all matter, that we all have a place, we all bring something to the table. And ultimately, if you want to distill that down and make it sort of a catch-all for everybody, it's just being yourself. You bring yourself to the table. And that's what it is. And even if you're working some awful, horrible job like factories, fast food, department stores, things like that, you're just bringing yourself. A lot of those jobs don't understand that. They want you to be able to do this when you can't do that and all that different stuff. And they don't care about your personal life and all that. But that's what you're bringing yourself to the table. And with things like this, you get to be more you. You're bringing more you to the table. And I think that's what a lot of people have the urge to do. And that's what we really should be making a living doing. Even people that the right wing like Elon Musk, a lot of people mention sort of a universal basic income thing. Well, I got some issues with that notion. My beliefs sort of negate that sort of thing anyway. But that's ultimately what we need to do. And that's kind of what, and it's crazy to me that it hasn't been happening. I know some parents will teach their children this. But you're not just supposed to be a worker bee. You matter. You're not just a number. You are not just a number. You have a name. You have a personality. You bring you to the table. And you need to have a life and a career that shows who you are. You need to be you. And you have everything you need if you just be you. If you're not true to yourself, you're never going to be able to find any place you belong. No house is going to feel right. No partnership is going to feel right. You got to be you. And I think we're kind of sort of learning that in a weird way through social media and YouTube and things like that. Because we can just kind of bring ourselves to the table. I mean, you're watching this. Some people are more likable than other people. And that's just, and that varies from person to person as well. But that's all you can do is just bring yourself to the table. Bring who you are. Sort of accentuate who you develop into what you're supposed to be, so to speak. Which is what I'm trying to do. And that's why this is all over the place. And, I'm doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. A little bit of that is because this is all who I am. This is the stuff I talk about. This is the stuff I do. Most of it is on here. most of the subjects anyway. And I want people to see that, you know, if you see a political view that you don't necessarily like, and you're like, wait a minute, let's look at the rest of this. Because a lot of times these days, somebody will say a political view, and then that person is no longer a human to them. If they disagree with something politically, nothing else matters. And I kind of wish more people would do this. You know, you got a lot of political pundit people, a lot of commentators and reporters and stuff like that. A lot of them I listen to. I'd like to see them take, for their own health too, take little breaks from it, short breaks, do different variable episodes, things like that, and kind of show who they are. So you kind of see them as a person. That's what needs to happen. You need to see people as people. And then you kind of understand their beliefs and why they believe the way they do and why they live the way they do. We've stopped doing that. That's some of the issue. It's kind of what I'm talking about. We're not, as much as people might want to snicker and think it's dumb to have like a YouTube career or something like that where you react or you crack little jokes. Some people just kind of point like this. You see these people on YouTube, they're like, no, actually more on Facebook. Sometimes they'll just cover their face up for some weird reason. Like, I don't know what that's all about, but you know, you got to bring your own thing to the table for sure. Everybody's trying to find their own little hook, what makes them, them. And sometimes we go a little bit off kilter doing that. But as long as you're trying to do it and as long as you find it eventually. So it's kind of a dumb way of finding a smart thing, of finding the real thing. You ever seen the movie bit where somebody accidentally stumbles across something very important by being clumsy? That's kind of what's happening here. It's a ham-fisted way of finding the meaning of life and what we all should be doing. Instead of just spinning around and doing nonsense and building nothing and building garbage and just recycling the same crap over and over again, we can sort of be who we are. We can really get to know each other this way and maybe make a living off of it. And that's kind of my goal. There's all sorts of things I want to do. It certainly isn't work in a factory for the rest of my life. And let me tell you something, most of these factories, that's not going to be a long life. I promise you that. I mean, you might notice that I'm not exactly the most clear breathing person that you hear. Trying to cut back on some of that, but you can only do what you can do. It's part of it. It's part of who I am right now, and I'm trying to improve that, but I'm trying to make a career out of this. A little bit. I want to do other things as well. This is not though. I don't want to just talk in front of an iPhone. I'd like to build things. I like this to make my way and maybe inspire other people, help other people. Because every now and then, I mean, you could just be walking through a grocery store and just overhear somebody say something that clicks with you. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I just get in here and recycle stuff over and over again, talk stuff through, and maybe someone will click with you. Maybe someone will make you think a little differently. Maybe something will just encourage you just to sort of get out and know your neighbors and know other people. It's a good opportunity to do that with YouTube and things like that. And YouTube's not the best source for that sort of thing. They have, I don't know, they got their own sort of goals and things that's behind them. But you got to use what you got to use. And I am also on Rumble. And I expect it to get better. There'll be more things like YouTube and Rumble and things like that. There's not enough. We definitely need a strong competitor. I don't want to harp on that too much because of where I presently am. But that's just kind of a little explanation. Why am I here? What am I trying to do? What's a lot of us trying to do? Just trying to live our lives, express ourselves, be ourselves, and maybe buy some of our lives back, you know, if we can start making money on this sort of thing. It's another thing like supporting small businesses as well. And think about it, if you've ever funded a politician, I'll even go so far if you've given money to a church. I'm not trying to be sacrilegious. But, you know, if somebody can do some good, I mean, there's been all kinds of people as public speakers. It's kind of a public speaker sort of thing. It's a virtual public speaker. It's a digital street preacher. This might be what you can call me. But it's just about supporting each other, getting to know each other, becoming who we are, and trying to make our lives better. Not just my own, but if I can make somebody else's life better through this, if I can stumble across ham-fisted, say something that's going to help you or show you something. And that's possible. You don't have to be some kind of real special person for that to happen. You can be a dummy. We've seen that enough, that little gimmick in TV shows and movies too, haven't we? Some dumb person says something that happens to click with a smart person. Well, that might happen. If that happens, fine. Whatever way I'm able to help somebody and whatever way I'm able to assert my own independence and express myself, I'm all for it. So that's what that's all about. So definitely like, subscribe, share, help me out. Everything's free right now. And I'm not going to be, YouTube itself will pay you if you get to a certain point. I'm not close to that point right now. So I need all the help I can get. And not just for me. I've got so many channels I'm subscribed to, I can't watch all of them. Some of them I need to watch. I feel like I'm really letting these people down. But still, as the number, if you're a number, you help them. Because they need X amount. There's like 500. There's like 1,000. Of course, the watch helps too. And the share helps too. The watch helps more than anything. But that number, just being a subscriber, helps. That like definitely helps. It's extremely, and it's completely free to do that. It's completely free. There's no obligation. So it's not just with me. Help as many people as you can. That's all that's about. It's even cheaper than helping small businesses because it's completely free. And thank you to the ones who are.